everybody, it's Marty McConnell, the Off-Grid Gecko, and with me is a little Apollo. And we're on day 2 of pine cladding for the house. So I got some extras put up when it stopped raining yesterday for a little bit, and I'm working on that. And I want to get this done. I need to get as many of these boards off the trailer as possible. If I can, get all of them at least unloaded today. And but you know, I want to leave them stacked properly for as long as I can too before they go on the house, because if they go straight from the stack to the house, they'll be fairly straight. If I start moving them around, then they're going to start to warp and bend and have problems. So get them off the trailer onto the house. That's the goal. I'm going to start with all the easy stuff that I don't have to cut because the boards are so thick. I'm going to have to do some a little bit weird stuff. I'm not going to be able to do like a lap siding on the gables like I wanted to. They're just not going to fit as thick as the wood is. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to handle that yet. I may have to just rip them all with a bevel or something and put them up like that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. That'll be enough to get me started anyway. Well, I made short work of that little stack over there. So this side I'm going to do like I did the front. I'm going to basically try to extend a beam from this side to that side of the house, and it's going to extend onto the awnings because, like I said, I don't feel like cutting anything with the saw just yet. So I'll just fill in the little leftover pocket. There will be a leftover pocket on one side or the other, but the boards are long enough to stretch across. The trick is going to be getting it level and lined up from this eave to the eave over there, so that I've got a straight board running across, and then I can just take these guys and butt them up right against that and use that as a baseboard for whatever I do for the gable. Probably going to be some cussing involved here. Alright, so that's pretty straight. On this end over here on the left, it's kind of levering down on the first board that I put up to support it. I don't think it'll be a problem. I think if I pop that top corner in with a hammer, then that board's kind of cut off at an angle like this. So I think it'll slip behind that top board, and then I can just anchor the top board down over it, and that'll actually seal it up pretty good. We'll see. Because if I have to rip planks off the wall, then I'm going to start cussing, and I'm going to bump this finger, and then I'm going to scream real loud, and then my rib's going to start hurting. And it's just going to be a whole lot of no fun for the rest of the afternoon. This is not a siding job. This is not, I'm not trying to completely shrink wrap my house against liquid penetration, because there's always going to be some liquid penetration in the wood, in the house. I made that mistake in the bathroom by putting up sheeting behind the wet wall. I've since punched as many holes in it as I can, because liquid, fluid, water is going to find a way to get in there. So the real secret is finding a way to let it get out. At least in a small like countryside cabin like this, when I'm in the woods and there's no inspectors or, you know, people to tell me how to do it wrong, because the cost of installing all the things in order to actually keep the stuff perfectly dry is a little bit prohibitive for me, especially at the moment. So instead, I'm making sure that everything has a way to dry out. So when I do whatever I'm going to do to seal up these planks, I'm not looking at creating a perfect moisture barrier there either. I want the wood to be able to breathe a little bit. And maybe I got to come around with a hammer and knock a nail in a little tighter, or put a new screw in here or there from time to time. But it's going to be easier to throw it up. The wood's going to have a chance to air out and dry out on sunny days like this, and we get more sunny days than rainy days. I'm talking too much, so I'm going to keep working on this, and you guys keep working on your projects. Stay hydrated, and don't forget to subscribe and that kind of thing. Yeah, subscriptions, that's what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be asking for more subscribers. So tell your friends to subscribe too. Alright, so apparently if I just gap these last couple of boards just a little bit more, then it's going to fill up this space for me, and I'm not going to have to do anything weird. And then when I go and put the cover straps on this later, possibly a lot later because I'm getting tired, then they'll cover those little gaps, because I'm planning on using 2-inch strips to cover each of these boards. So should be more than wide enough, and these gaps are like a little 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4. So I'm just going to nail up the last 2 boards straight. I'll go across the top, put the rest of the nails in that I haven't put in yet, and this back wall will be done, finished. Then I can get on with the rest of the house.